Hi everyone, and let's continue reading Irotoridori no Sekai. And once again, we're gonna continue with Yuma's and Shinku's backstory. And the previous time, we ended up with Kana being whisked away by the god, which still pisses me off to no end. But I guess it's just what it is. But at least I hope that we would be able to save Kana in the future. But anyway, let's not waste any more time and jump straight to the reading. The next day. Are you sure that you'll be okay by yourself? I can come with you if need be. I'll be fine, don't worry. As I've already said several times, winter bands aren't turning today, so there's no risk to me going out alone. Still, you know what might happen, and the risk is astronomically small. It's still there. Also, the time between the wind's arrival has gotten increasingly shorter as of late. Like, at this point, I feel like the wind turbines doesn't tell us anything. They weren't turning when we lost Mio in Viscana. They weren't turning at first. We can't guarantee that winter bands won't randomly start turning like they did the other day with Kana. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I really that worried. Yes, of course I am. You know, Kana, I think I somewhat understand how you felt. When you love someone, you want them to wait for you. I'm not too familiar with that feeling right now. You have your own things to be doing, Shinku. Much more important things. You need to find a way to save everyone and wait for the two of us to survive. Also, you're on the short timer. Yes, I know, but still, I want you to go back to the school slapper where I have been scaling out your research and continue it immediately. Might not have much time left. On a different note, do you mind if I ask you something? Sure, what is it? How did you know that Kana and I went the rooftop yesterday? What do you mean? We left without telling you specifically where we were going. In fact, the last thing we said was that we were leaving town. So considering how you managed to figure out exactly where we were without any information, I don't quite think it was mere coincidence. Right, well, I guess it was about half a coincidence and half not, so Shinku was following us all along, huh? What does that mean? After you two left, I went out to search for you. I was hiding through the town all night, huh? So she was looking for us the entire time. You mentioned leaving town, so I went to the station at the foot of the mountains and began to walk alone at the tracks for a while. But I never found you. After a while, I figured that I had gone too far, the distance for a pair of kids your age to have traveled, so I traced my steps and began to search for the town again. I searched the entire town from the top to bottom, and I stumbled upon you two. You two in the only place I had yet to search at that point, the rooftop. In that sense, it was technically a coincidence. I was so afraid. Until afternoon, the weather suddenly began to fall. I was certain I would not make it in time. I feared that I would never see Kana's face again, even just a glimpse. But at least Shinku got to say goodbye to Kana. Like, Even if it was a pretty heartbreaking scene to watch. That was when I noticed that most of the spiders were falling upon the school rooftop. Shinku muttered, I guess that I hadn't checked there yet, and it all became clear. I had to been anyway. Sure, you didn't spend the night on the rooftop, on the roof, did you? We were in the lantern room of the lighthouse. I spent the whole night awake there. I felt Shinku in on the events that had transpired after we left her apartment. Ah, the lighthouse. Really had you then. I shared that area multiple times that night. Yeah, that's a real shame. We shared a smile, but there was no joy in our expressions. Say, Yuma. What is it? Will you allow me to ask you one more thing? Sure. Do you forgive me? For what? For what? He's asking literally the same thing I just said. For the awful things I said and did to Kana. I didn't even make an effort to save her. You'll forgive me for that. If Kana forgave you, then there's no reason whatsoever for me to hold a grudge against you for that. Alright. I noted at her and smiled, or tried to at least. I think I asked Yuma. Did you say that you were going again? It's a secret. Oh, is it now? Alright. Her lips curled upward ever so slightly. I'll be going then now. Alright, I'll see you later. Make sure you're back before it gets dark. I headed toward the shop in a city to search for what I needed. But what we are looking for? Shinku still seemed a bit worried as we said goodbye to each other. Are we looking for the book that would help us to discern what is going on in this world, like right now or not? Not here either. I wonder if the state's alone. It's a shame all the food in the stores has gone completely rotten. So we were looking for the food. I mean, we're pretty short on the food supply. Like. And I have no idea where Shinku is getting her supply of pancakes from. I mean, she is cooking them, but like, where she's getting the ingredients from? Like, well, it was only natural. It wasn't solely because of what was happening to this world and to this town. Although these places had certainly been abandoned for quite some time, that wasn't the problem. No one lived in these buildings any longer, so consequently, there was no electricity being run to them. Given the situation, all resources had to be preserved and used only in the minimal quantities needed. All the refrigerators had stopped working. The tap water stunk of iron. The propane gas was depleting quickly. Things were dire. Even the food we had amassed to reach a lot, all of it about in a time. Our indulgence could spell an early death in a ghost town like this. There is basically nothing in the way of entertainment either. I was hoping I could find that movie Anna told me about, with the demon who killed people in their dreams, but it's looking like that might not be possible. But how we gonna watch it if there's no... If the electricity is a scarce resource now. as of now. The survivors had been using as little electricity as possible. That electricity came from the wind turbines on the mountainside, which they still managed to turn on their own. However, only when someone was soon to be taken, only then was energy generated. Upon learning that, I began to truly comprehend just how scarce this resource was for them. Excuse me. Appeared at the storefront of what used to be the greengrocer. Oh, everything is completely gone, but I thought they will have what I'm looking for here. I could only imagine how lush and vibrant the vegetables decorating the storefront must have looked back when the people were still here. Every last of one of them was smashed and shriveled. The colors had dulled and faded considerably, and when the day I put any of them in my mouth. What I'm looking for is strawberries. I was searching for strawberries. That was the reason why I came here. Well, I can find some strawberries, but who are you asking? I looked around. Everything was grey. It was impossible to tell if any of this had been a strawberry at one point in a time. Well, what now? I have the greengrocers. That was now less than a week until the day. I got to make a shortcake in the time for it. That was what Kana and Mia wanted to give Shinku more than anything. The party plus the shortcake. It would make for much better tea than those fish we got. I wanted to celebrate Shinku's birthday, but it won't be same with everyone dying on us. And with just two of us left all alone. These two girls who loved her so much were no longer here. So I decided to bake a cake for her since they couldn't. I'd throw Shinku a big, wonderful birthday party just like they wanted. Otherwise all of our efforts would be nothing. During the brief time we spent together we worked so incredibly hard. The most pure nightmare scenario for Shinku is would be to lose Yuma right on her birthday and being left completely all alone. We were doing everything we could to give Shinku the best birthday ever. So I have to make Shinku birthday party a success, even if I'm the only one left. I looked up at the sky. Wherever the store were, I hope they were watching me. Anyhow, first I had to find the ingredients to make the cake. That was the most important step. I guess I will check out the supermarket around the corner next. A bell chimed. Huh? I'm voicing Yuma's thoughts a couple of seconds before he voices them himself. Am I turning into Yuma? Like, oh, he's turning into me. Huh? Donka. It went. The sound seemed to reverberate through the very ground I was standing on. That was immediately stopped in my tracks. It's that sound again. Donk. The bell chimed. The sound was calling to me. I was certain of it. Began to walk off, down to that nostalgic sound like a magnet. I had come here to look for strawberries. Yet, hearing that sound had caused me to forget all about my objective. But where the sound comes from? Is it, near to the library for beyond or what? It seemed walking on, over as the sound grew sharper and harder to ignore. This place was where the bell had led me to. It was a old worn building. Walking forward, I slid open the door and stepped inside. I had into it uninvited, but oh well. I wittingly muttered to myself. I thought that as it was, though, I didn't feel like it was trespassing. I felt like I was summoned here. In any case, the place has to be abandoned. There was no need for my ears. The sound is getting louder. It's from the closet, isn't it? The clank of the bell seemed to be coming from somewhere within this building. Alright, just I was about to remove my shoes and step inside. Though I noticed something. There was a thin layer of white dust on the hallway floor. Maybe I would better leave them on. This place doesn't look too clean. I just stepped into the hallway with my shoes still on. Feeling a small prick of guilt. Oh, come on, like. It's not like we're trespassing or anything. The place is barren, like. There's no one left. Only teensy tiny bit though. Even shoes indoors feels kinda wrong. I guess I have gotten a lot more accustomed to life in the sound than I realized. I kept straight face as I continued to follow the sound. It seems to be coming from here, I think. To hurry it to. As I stood before the door to it, the bell resounded even more loudly. It echoes reaching even further. Strange as it was, it seemed to echo within my heart, as though it were being transmitted directly into my brain, bypassing my ears. Perhaps the sound waves merely causing the air to vibrate and my eardrums towards result. I faltered. Was the sound real or hallucinatory? I couldn't tell. And putting that aside, is it really alright for me to enter this room? I was hesitant to simply open the door. My awareness only grew. Wasn't this all a bit strange? It was. In fact, it was suspicious. The trap could very well be waiting for me on the other side of the door. However, I began to ruminate on some things. Nothing such has happened to me thus far. I had seen so many strange things, suspicious things, horrible things, and unsettling things since arriving in this town. Far too many to count. Nothing was able to surprise me any longer. Fine, I get it. I will do it. If it wanted me to open the door, then so be it. I will fall into your plainly obvious trap. Happy? I placed my hand on the doorknob and found the door open without a moment's hesitation. I knew it! I freaking knew that Suzu was around all this time. Good morning. Huh? There on the other side of the door was. Good morning. You finally awake, It's a little demon boy. I have been waiting for you to come here for so very long. Are you full rich? And here she comes.
さて、ここらでもう一度休憩を挟もうか。
Alright, let's take another break. Susan shuts the book and stretches out her spine.
さすがに疲れたろ。
Imagine pretty tired,
何か食べる？
Want something to eat? No, I'm fine. Not that hungry.
そう？
You sure?
簡単なものでいい
I
な
could
ら、
whip up something
私が
quick
手
for
早
you
く作るけ
if
ど。
you want. Thanks, but I really am full. You know, that I think of it, I never actually saw you cook a proper meal in the end.
なんだよ、最後の最
What
後
do you
ま
mean
で
in
って。
the end? We can
まる
sound
でもう
like
二度
we
と会うこと
never
ないみたいな言い方じゃん
we
か。
have never
それ
seen each other ever again.
というか、
Besides,
料理し
Your
たじゃん。
Honor, I did cook a proper meal. Huh? When did this happen and when and what do you had? What do you even cook? If it happened, I definitely don't remember it.
ひどいな。
Man, you want to
これだよ、
do
これ。
look?
さ
At
っきイ
yeah,
ンスタントな焼きそばを
we
冷
created
凍してや
that
ったじ
it's
ゃ
the
んか。
yakisoba from earlier. Yeah, you call that cooking? Sure though.
なんだよ。
What?
その
Supplicate
残
me
念
like
な
I'm
もの
some
を見る
beautiful
ような目
failure of a
は。
person. I mean, not sure if I if I would call this a cooking in the first place. But for Suzu, it's probably was near impossible task to make instant yakisoba. Well, whatever. That's enough chit chat. It's a miracle she cooked it in the first place. And didn't starve herself out because she's likes to eat the books instead of eating actual meals. What was the meaning of all that?
だから焼きそばをお湯で
Look,
ふやかす
all
の
I'm
だっ
trying
て
to say is that
立派な料
making
理だと認めてほしいと
yakisoba in
私はそう言ってるわけで。
hot water definitely counts as a proper cooking and should acknowledge. I don't care. That's what I was referring to. That witch you mentioned in the book was you, right? And the boy in there was my name. Is he truly and honestly me? Something feels very peculiar about the story that Susan has been reading me. Are you positive this book isn't work of fiction? You didn't just make all of it up, did you?
私が作り話を
Point
君
that
に
would
語り
be
聞かせて。
they
So
me
what
reading
you
you the
said,
story if
don't
it was
I
all
need
made
to
up. I mean, she has a point. Well, alright. Fair point. She's perfectly right. Still, even so, does she really expect me to believe all of this unquestionably?
私を魔女って呼び始めたのは君
You
たち
kids
な
were
ん
the
だ。
ones who were first
無駄に
labeled
勝
me
手
a
に
witch.
一方的に。
I had no say in
だ
it.
からこ
So
のお
make no
話に出てく
mistake,
る魔女
the
は
witch in the
自
story
分を魔
does
女だなんて認
not
識をして
consider
いない。
herself that.
この魔女はあくまでも君の視点で魔女と呼ばれて正しいということになっているだけのことなんだ。
She has ever
私の言っ
lost
て
a
るこ
witch
と。
solely because you are the narrator, and that's what you think of you as. Does that make sense? I mean, kind of, but also kind of not. Look, could you please explain all this in simple terms? I'm getting extremely confused.
ああ、そうだね。そうみたいだね。
Oh, I can tell. When I can hear the rest of the story.
そう焦るなって。
Hey, just be patient. She yawns sleepily. Well, I'm not so surprised. She's repeated this day again and again and again. For so long, at least according to what she said. Just to be sick of it at this point. Still though, I'm so bad I can't be patient. I know how much time I have left.
でもそうだな。
I guess not.
今日はもうこ
How
こら
about we
辺
call
で
it
休ん
tonight
で、
and pick up
また明日って
where we
こ
left
とに
off
するのはどう
tomorrow?
かな。
If we do that, then I'll forget who I am again. What you told me is it true, of course. I will die seriously. If I go over the time limit, I will cease to be me at the time I am right now. It will be a completely different person here in that story.
この際、それを
Well,
試して
we
みるっ
could
ての
always
も
use
あ
the
りだと
opportunity
思
to
うけ
test
ど、
that theory.
本当
See
に
if we
消え
really
てなくな
disappear
る
or
のか
not.
どうか。
That's one hell of a way to test the theory. Like, please, don't do this to me, Susan. I don't even want to entertain that possibility. And my fingers for my bangs, wiping the sweat of my brow. Can blame Yuma for sweating the buckets when he hears such a nonchalantly cruel thing from Susan. Are you asking me to die?
いや、ごめん。
Sorry. That's
そん
what I
なつもり
meant.
じゃなかったんだ。
I didn't think carefully
少
before I
し言葉
spoke.
が軽率に過ぎた。
Susan?
うん。
Yeah? Why is so worse to reading me the rest of it right now? You don't want to read it to me, do you? That's why you have subtly been trying to stop me from asking.
それはね、ゆうくん。
Well, the thing is, you can. Is it gonna end in the way we have seen back in chapter 12? Yes.
この話を聞き終わった頃、君は大きく傷つくことになるだろうと私は知ってるんだ。
Once we reach the end of the story,
想像に難しくはない。
it's going to hit you like a truck. The shock is going to overwhelm you. I just know. Plus, the moment you have to completely grasp
この
every
話は
piece of the
決闘
story
的
from
に
beginning to
完全
end,
に完
you'll
璧に
undergo
君
a
が理解
change
し
and
た
no
なら、
longer be the
君は
person
そ
you
の
are
瞬間
now.
に君じゃなくなってしまう。
I'll no longer be the person I am now.
そう。
Yes, I'm scared to
私
see
はそ
that
れが
happen.
どうしようもなく不安なんだ。私は
I'll
私
hardly
自身のやっ
believe
ている
that
ことに
I'm doing the
間
right
違いはない
thing.
と確信に
I
近い
didn't
自
just to
信
you,
があ
but
る。
well, there's still some lingering doubts within me.
いろいろな心配は残るから。
Susan, when you say I will no longer be the person I am now, do you mean that in the same sense as how when I go out to the sleep, I wake up the next morning without any of my memories from before, essentially a brand new person?
あるいは
Perhaps, alright, so it's a maybe.
それでも知りたい？
Even knowing that,
話の
do
続
you
き
still
を
want to hear the rest of
知
the
りたい
story?
かい？
Yes, and not without any hesitation whatsoever. I believe that every person has the natural right to know as much about their own self as possible, so long as they wish to know. I want to hear the rest, Susan. I want to know who I am. Alright,
わかった。
expected that
尊重しよう。
decision.
だけど、ゆうくん、
However, before we
こ
go,
れだけは先に言っ
get
てお
into
く。
it, you need to know one thing, Yukon. Hmm?
ずっと昔に何があったからといっ
Let
て、
whatever happened in the
昔は
past
昔、
influence your thinking in
今
the
は今
present
だ。
time.
お話の中の私は、
Okay, so it's
君
gonna
に
be
対して何かひどいことを言うかもしれないけれど、
some really unpleasant stuff. It's all ancient history now, just to warn you. In this book, I might have some particularly nasty things to you. My bad, it's I might say some particularly nasty things to you.
それでも、今の私が君を大切に思ってるってことだけは、信じてほしいと思う。
I want you to know that no matter what happened back then, I still love you. Believe me when I say that.
いろいろあったけど、
A lot has
いろ
happened
いろと私たちの間には
between the
あ
two
っ
of
たけど、
us. We have a pretty existent,
それでも私は、
pretty
今の私は
extensive past, but none of
こ
that
れから
matters.
先も
Alfie Julian will will forever.
君のことが大好きだよ。
Now that's so giant. This is to say such a sweet thing to our face. Just one kind of atrocity we're about to hear. Susanna. This isn't like her. Anxiety begins to creep in. She's not the type of person to tell someone I love you, and that is extremely unsettling. That and she's smiling so gently, as though the end of the story will be our farewell. That smile, it frightens me. Alright, break is over. Like you said, we're running on the very little time. She then opens the book. Already? Whenever you are. Great, here we go then. Oh boy. Is that hearing that might cause me to become a totally different person? Indeed, there's a chance it will make you lose your current self. Sounds rather frightening for us. She reads the words from the page with her voice. These words then play back in my mind, creating images of a world that I should have been a little familiar with. Please, I beg of you, save us from this place. I can hear the voice calling for me from somewhere. Good morning, demon child. We finally met at last. The demon child, like. I wonder why she came up with such a nickname for us. Demon child. The youthful witch closed the excessively thick book in her hands. With a thumb. She made a point of closing it exaggeratedly. Take your shoes off, then we will talk. Huh? I told you to take your shoes off. Who do you think you are? What's into someone's house without even having the decency to take off your shoes? Does this look like a place Western customs practiced? Because it sure doesn't to me. I'm sorry. This is so dirty and dusty that I hadn't wanted to take my shoes off. If this was your house, you could at least clean it somewhat, I thought. I mean, it's a Suzo, like, we're talking about. And the cleaning routine is clearly not part of her world. She inhabits thankfully though, I managed to keep that slight comment to myself. My emotions had been rather chaotic those past few days. Maybe it was had been reading too many of the world's books, of this world's books. Thereof. Great, suppose we can talk now. Alright then, the witch started acting and pointed her gaze at me. Think you could go over there and kill yourself for me? Huh? Did Suzu just tell us to kill ourselves? Like, what the hell? What? Why would you suggest something like that? Why? It's simple. I hate you with a burning passion. But why you hate us? But soon, you can do it. Don't wanna. Well, I can blame you. That was completely foreign concept to you. The witch lips girl. Ah, I see. So she's clearly telling us that we are the god behind all of this stuff. The witch girl, lips girl. There was so much derision in that one simple expression. This had to be her. The sixth person. The one who Shinku and Kana had spoken of me, the witch. I looked around. The room was buried in the mountains of the books. If Shinku runs on the coffee, Suzu runs on the books. What are you looking at? The witch chided me in a loud voice. Aren't you used to seeing books by now? I narrowed my eyes. Her words were poignant, they poked into my skin, filling me with some sort of unpleasant emotion. Did you call me? I looked around the room again. The noise from the bell seemed to be coming from this town. From this room. I couldn't see any bell-like object in here though. Only the books which filled every inch of the room. Yeah, that was me. I called you. Not that I wanted to, though. And quite frankly, just standing here talking to you face to face makes me sick to my stomach. Sick person, this girl who sat on the windowsill and read. Once Moshe opened up the thick book in her hands. And so, I had to confront you one more time, because you have stolen far too much. I've stolen. Yes, you have. You have done not only me, but every single inhabitant of this world also. You aren't aware of what I'm talking about. You have no recollection of any of this, which only makes you think that much more wicked. I was completely utterly confused. However, I acutely felt her disdain for me. It was clear as a day. Why did you call me here? We're not listening. I need to return what you have stolen from me. But what did I steal? What did I steal from you? Alright, first we'll need to get you to remember. Honestly, this is going to be a real pain in the ass. She grumbled to herself. Then she placed the book down and grumbled, and grabbed another. All alone here. Sif began to flicker through the book. Was your family taken away by the winter? Once I mentioned that, her hand froze in place. What did you just say? I just wanted to know if you, like the rest of the kids in this town and in this world, you just, did you left once taken away from you? You could join forces with us and together we would search for a way to beat it. Is this a joke to you? Huh?
今すぐ閉じろよその口を。貴様、一体どういうつもりだ？
Dang. We just hit with hearts without trying to spite her in any way. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Shut your goddamn mouth right now and don't ever ask me that question ever again. She glared at me, causing me to cover it in fear. They're going to pretend you don't know anything, but you're not capable. Damn, it must be nice to be able to avoid all the responsibility for your actions. Huh? Look, I will give you one more chance to answer me. What kind of a sick joke is this? I was completely baffled. If I had been able to make sense of anything she had said since I first entered this room. It is also for our suffering. What, huh? You're trying to play the hero here. Why are you trying to pretend you're the one of us? Why are you trying to pretend you're a victim? Stop it! Stop this bullshit! Right, what reason, what motivation do you have to stand there? Wearing that fake frown and putting on the self-righteous display. I'm not laughing, you're son of a bitch. You know how utterly revolting is to be told by the person who murdered your family? Oh, you poor thing. Don't worry, I'm still your pain in your grave. You're trying to console me. Makes me want to puke my guts out. She was barely able to suppress your rage, mumbling, "How dare you?" over and over. Remember everything right now. Then give us back our loved ones. General, the people of this world whom you stole from us. Receive the entire page out from the book in your hands. What are you? Fork over the book. What book? Your book. Now do you have it? Do you think that I will let you stand there and pretend you don't? You don't have it? Everything falls apart. We'll be back to square one. I did as she requested and took out the book. It was the book I had been using as a diary. Produced it from wherever I had been keeping it. Remember, I feel ashamed of what I have done. I took the page that she passed to me. Shinku. Nikai the Shinku. You're the one who took his sister away, you monster. Huh? Now I'm getting really confused. What? All of a sudden, everything went right. So we're gonna see double beyond her. But I think we will save this for the latter and stop on this cliffhanger. So thanks everyone for watching this and till the next time. And ciao.